Coffee's cold beside the bed. Your shadow faded while I slept. No shattered glass, no angry cry, just empty space and quiet light. Your jacket's gone from off the chair, but somehow you're still everywhere. Inside the walls, inside my chest, inside the silence I can't arrest. You slipped away like fading smoke, without a word to let me know. And now the air still tastes like you in every room I'm walking through. You left without the sound of goodbye. No final tear, no trembling light. Just one last night beneath the moon, then suddenly the world lost you. And I still wait beside the door for footsteps on the wooden floor, but only echoes answer me tonight. You left without the sound of goodbye. The window shakes beneath the rain, like it remembers all our pain. The city glows in blurry gold, but everything feels dark and cold. I read the letters once again, tracing every crooked pen, searching for a hidden sign that maybe you were still somehow mine. But love can disappear so slow, you barely feel it letting go, until the quiet finally grows louder than the heart. You know you left without the sound of goodbye. No breaking storm, no last reply. You disappeared between the dawn, like someone waking from a song, and every dream still calls your name, while I keep dancing with the pain, holding what the silence left behind. You left without the sound of goodbye. Maybe forever doesn't end with flames. Maybe love can die without the blame. Maybe two hearts slowly drift apart, while still holding pieces of each other's hearts. And I still hear you in the dark, like fading music in my arms. You left without the sound of goodbye, but your memory still fills my nights. Every whisper, every light, every lonely sunrise. And though your touch is gone from me, your ghost still breathes inside my sleep. I loved you deeper than these words could ever try. You left without the sound, without the sound of goodbye. Still waiting by the quiet light for a goodbye that never came. hangs pale in tired light. Your picture fades beside the bed, but every word you said still spreads. The hallway breathes your memory, like you still walk beside of me. And every floorboard softly cries beneath these sleepless midnight skies. I thought the hurt would slowly fade, like footprints washing in the rain. But after all the tears were through, the silence stayed after you. The silence stayed. Just empty air and shades of blue, and every moment lingers on, like a love that won't be gone. Even now I still feel you move inside the silence you left in the room. Your favorite cup still waits for hands that disappeared without a plan. The kitchen light still softly glows for someone who no longer knows. I whisper things into the dark, like maybe you can hear my heart, but only echoes answer back inside this quiet turning black. The world kept spinning like before, but nothing sounds the same anymore, because when all my tears fell through, the silence stayed after you. The silence stayed after you left, like unfinished words I never said. No final kiss, no closing scene, just fading spaces in between. And every night the shadows bloom inside this cold and fragile room, where memories drift like falling dust around the shade of losing us. Maybe love doesn't always break apart. Maybe sometimes it slowly leaves the heart, without the storm, without the flames, just quiet aching calling out your name. And even now the stillness grows louder than the love I used to know. The silence stayed after you left, still sleeping deeply in my chest. Your ghost still dances through the halls inside the quiet when night falls. And though the world keeps moving on, something inside me still holds on to every breath and every truth. The silence stayed after you. The silence stayed after you. Still here tonight. The curtains barely move tonight. The moon hangs pale in tired light. Your picture fades beside the bed, but every word you said still spreads. The hallway breathes your memory, like you still walk beside me. And every floorboard softly cries beneath these sleepless midnight skies. I thought the hurt would slowly fade, like footprints washing in the rain. But after all the tears were through, the silence stayed after you. There's a coat still hanging by the stairs, a lay approached in either year, and every corner of this house still whispers things we talked about. I tried to pack your memory away inside old boxes yesterday, but every photograph I touched still felt too warm from losing us. Some endings never fully close, some heartbeats linger like ghosts, and even when the lights go dark, love leaves fingerprints on the heart. Some doors never slam shut, some loves never fully give up. Even after all this time, your shadow still lives next to mine. And though you're gone beyond my reach, your name still echoes through my sleeve like a song unfinished in my chest. Some doors never slam shut. The rain taps softly on the glass, like asking questions from the past. Did we break slow without a sound, or did we simply wear love down? I hear your laughter in the hall, in moments quiet and small, and every silence in this room still somehow carries traces of you. Maybe goodbye is never clean, maybe hearts leave spaces in between, where memories keep drifting through long after someone stops loving you. Some doors never slam shut, some wounds still ache when nights get rough, and every time the cold wind blows, I feel the ghost of what we were before. Though the world moves endlessly, a part of you still lives in me, like fading light that won't forget. Some doors never slam shut. Maybe love doesn't vanish overnight, maybe it fades like city lights, slowly disappearing into blue, but never fully leaving you. And somewhere underneath the pain, I still leave space for you to stay. Some doors never slam shut, some hearts keep holding on too much, and even now I feel your hands inside the dreams I still can't stand. But maybe healing isn't gone, maybe it's learning to move on while carrying echoes of what was. Some doors never slam shut. Still open in my heart. Some doors never slam shut. You used to breathe beside the dark, like quiet waves against my heart. But lately something cold had grown inside the spaces we called home. The laughter faded from your eyes long before the last goodbye, and every touch became too light, like you were leaving every night. Before your footsteps disappeared, before the silence settled here, somewhere deep beneath the hurt, I heard your absence first. I heard your absence first, inside the pauses in your words, inside the way your hands let go, like they were already moving on. And even while you still were mine, your heart was drifting out of sight, long before you walked away from us. I heard your absence first. The kitchen light still softly glows, but not the way it did before. Your body stayed beside my own, while your soul stood near the door. We spoke in tired little phrases, lost inside familiar places, trying hard to save a flame that quietly forgot our names. And now the nights are cold and slow, but part of me already knows the moment love began to blur. I heard your absence first. I heard your absence first, like wind moving through the earth, like fading echoes in the hall before the final silence fell. And every lonely shade of blue still carries pieces left of you, though your shadow's gone beyond my touch. I heard your absence first. Maybe hearts don't break in one night, maybe they slowly lose the light, quietly fading out of you before the ending reaches you. And even now I still recall the moment love grew soft and small. I heard your absence first, before the pain completely burned, before the emptiness moved in, before the ache beneath my skin. And though your memory still remains, like falling rain against the panes, I know the moment it all began to hurt. I heard your absence first. Before goodbye, I heard your absence first. The streetlights blurred beneath the rain, like tears running down the window pane. You sat beside me in the car, but somehow already felt so far. No anger hanging in the air, no shattered hearts beyond repair, just tired eyes avoiding mine, like love was leaving us behind. And somewhere between your quiet sighs and all the silence in your eyes, something inside me slowly knew I was already losing you. That was the night you quietly became a memory, still holding me while drifting out of reach. Your voice was soft, your touch was warm, but something beautiful was gone. And though you stayed there next to me, your heart had crossed a distant sea. Long before the dawn touched the empty sky, you quietly became a memory that night. The radio played our favorite song, but neither of us sang along. The city glowed in faded gold, while our goodbye grew slow and cold. You reached for my trembling hand, like trying hard to understand how two souls once burning bright could disappear without a fight. And every passing traffic light felt like the ending of our life. Some loves don't break dramatically, they fade away so silently. That was the night you quietly became a memory, a fading photograph inside of me. No final storm, no desperate scene, just spaces growing in between. And every word we couldn't say still echoes softly through today, like distant waves beneath the midnight sky. You quietly became a memory that night. Maybe forever isn't loud, maybe hearts can break without a sound, maybe goodbye can simply bloom inside the silence of a room. And even I still replay the moment love slipped quietly away. That was the night you quietly became a memory, still breathing softly in the deepest parts of me. Though time keeps pulling me ahead, your ghost still sleeps beside my bed. And every lonely shade of blue still somehow carries pieces of you, like moonlight fading slowly with the tide. You quietly became a memory that night. A memory tonight. You quietly became a memory. Streetlights trembling on the glass, watching lonely taxis pass. Your coat still wrapped around my skin, though you no longer live within. The rain kept falling soft and slow, like it already seemed to know that love was fading from our hands without a chance to understand. We stood beneath a midnight storm, close enough to still stay warm, but somewhere in the pouring dark, two quiet hearts fell apart. No words beneath the rainfall, no final cry, no tears at all, just water running down your face. Silence slowly took your place, and every drop that touched the ground felt like survive, and every breath between us grew colder than the night we knew. Maybe some endings arrive this way, without the courage left to say the words we buried deep inside before the moment love had died. No words beneath the rainfall, only the ache of losing all. Your trembling hand slipped out of mine like smoke disappearing into time, and every lonely passing car felt like another drifting heart, leaving pieces of us behind. In the quiet of that night, no words beneath the maybe goodbye was always there, hiding softly in the air, waiting for the storm to come to wash away what we'd become. And even now the rain returns every time my memory burns. No words beneath the rainfall, still I hear your silence call through every midnight window pane, through every shadow shaped like pain. And though the years may carry on, part of me still waits beyond that stormy street where love fell through, with no last words from you. No words beneath the rainfall, beneath the rainfall. No words at all. The left side of the bed stays cold, but somehow still remembers you. The blankets keep your shape at night, like you just slipped out of you. Your coffee mug still waits downstairs beside the sink, untouched for days. And every quiet inch of this house still softly whispers your name. I try to open every window wide to let the memory leave tonight, but even when the moonlight fades, your ghost remains. Your shadow still sleeps here beside my heart, beside my tears, like a dream that never learned to end, like warmth still living in the sheets again. And every midnight breathing sound still makes me turn and look around, as if your soul might reappear. Your shadow still sleeps here. The hallway glows in faded gold, the same way it did months ago. But every light feels different now, without your laughter moving close. I hear the rain against the roof and think of all we never said. How two hearts once so full of fire could slowly freeze instead. Maybe love leaves traces behind in the spaces time can't rewrite, and maybe some hearts disappear. Believe the shadows here. Your shadow still sleeps here inside the silence, crystal clear. your shadow still sleeps. We still share the same four walls, still answered when the other called. But somewhere in the quiet nights, our hearts stopped reaching for the light. The mornings came without our smiles, conversations lost their color slowly, and every touch became too careful, like we were scared to feel completely. No storm arrived to pull us down, no shattered glass, no screaming sound, just two souls drifting out of view. Softly the distance grew, softly the distance grew, like fading smoke between me and you, like winter moving through the room without us noticing too soon. And every silence stretched too far, like empty sky without a star, until love became something we outgrew. Softly the distance grew. The television filled the dark, while loneliness filled both our hearts. We sat beside each other close, yet somehow felt worlds apart. Your tired eyes avoided mine, like there was nothing left to find. And every dream we used to share began dissolving into air. Maybe endings don't arrive with pain, maybe they fall like gentle rain, quietly changing something true, until the distance grows and you. Softly the distance grew, between the words we never used, between the nights we stopped holding on, between the love that slowly disappeared. And though your hand still touched my skin, I couldn't feel you there within, like shadows standing in the same room. Softly the distance grew. Maybe hearts don't always break apart, maybe they slowly lose their spark, until the warmth we used to know becomes a memory cold and slow. And even now I still replay the silence taking us away. Softly the distance grew, like moonlight fading into blue, like whispers disappearing in the dark, leaving only echoes in my heart. And though I tried to pull you near, love was already disappearing here, long before we finally said we were through. Softly the distance grew. Softly the distance grew. Away from you. hidden rhythm in my heart, like footsteps fading down the hall long after love dissolved. I still wake before the dawn, reaching for where you once belonged. And every breath I slowly take still carries traces of your name. Time keeps moving over me, but some things never fully leave. Beneath the silence and the ache, your memory still remains. You're the echo beneath my heartbeat, the distant song inside of me, a soft reminder in the night of arms that once held me so tight. And even now when silence sleeps, your ghost still pulses underneath, like moonlight drifting through the deep. You're the echo beneath my heartbeat. City glows through rainy glass, while memories return and pass like faded film across my mind of all the love we left behind. Your sweater still hangs near the door, though you don't live here anymore. And every lonely little thing still feels connected to your skin. Maybe some loves never fade, they simply change their shape with pain, becoming whispers underneath the rhythm of everything. You're the echo beneath my heartbeat, still moving softly under me, like waves beneath the frozen sea, still reaching for what used to be. And though your touch has disappeared, your presence lingers quietly here inside every breath I breathe. You're the echo beneath my heartbeat. Maybe healing doesn't mean you vanish from my memory. Maybe love leaves gentle scars that beat forever through the heart. And every time the night grows deep, I still feel you underneath. You're the echo beneath my heartbeat, the fragile ache that still repeats, a fading light that never dies, still glowing softly in my mind. And though the years may carry me beyond the pain, beyond the grief, part of you will always be the echo beneath my heartbeat. Beneath my heartbeat, still echoing tonight. Tonight. The windows crack to let night in, cool air touching everything. The room feels larger now somehow, since love no longer lives here now. Your sweater folded on the chair still carries traces of your hair, And every corner of this place feels haunted by your soft embrace. I never thought a heart could ache from all the silence left in place, but every breath reminds me still of something time could never heal. I still reach for where your warmth used to live, inside the sheets against my skin, like fading fire after rain, still glowing softly through the pain. And every lonely midnight blue still somehow circles back to you. Though your hands are gone from mine, your warmth still lingers here tonight. The coffee cools beside the sink while I sit quietly and think about the way you used to smile and make the dark feel less alive. Now even music sounds too thin without your laughter breathing in. The walls still hold familiar light, but not the feeling from those nights. Maybe love never truly leaves. Maybe it hides in memories inside the spaces once held tight before goodbye erased the light. I still reach for where your warmth used to live, inside the emptiness you left within, like sunlight fading from the sea, still touching waves inside of me. And every dream I fall into still somehow carries shades of you. Though the world keeps moving on, part of your warmth still lingers on. Maybe healing comes in waves, not in forgetting yesterday. Maybe hearts continue on while carrying what's forever gone. And even now, through all the years, I still feel you disappear. I still reach for where your warmth used to live, like love still breathing underneath my skin. Though your shadow drifted far away, your memory still softly stays. And every quiet dawn I wake still carries traces of your shape. Inside the heart you once held tight, your warmth still lives here every night. Your warmth still lives inside tonight. Beautiful silence. The flowers dry beside the sink while we forgot how to speak. Two tired souls beneath one roof, still searching for what once felt true. You'd look at me, then look away, like love was slowly losing shape. And every evening growing dim felt heavier beneath our skin. No shattered glass across the floor, no angry hearts demanding more, just quiet eyes too hurt to fight as we disappeared into the night. We broke in beautiful silence, no screaming storms, no violence, just two hearts fading soft and slow, like winter burying the glow. And every tear fell quietly like waves returning to the sea, while love slipped gently from our hands without a single final stand. We broke in beautiful silence. The television filled the room, but couldn't drown the growing gloom. Your hand still resting close to mine, yet somehow distant all the time. The rain kept tapping on the glass, like it was mourning what had passed. And every shadow in the hall felt like the end of having all. Maybe some love stories don't burn, maybe they slowly stop returning, leaving echoes soft and blue inside the spaces once held true. We broke in beautiful silence, like fading stars losing brightness. No cruel goodbye, no slamming door, just emptiness becoming more. And every lonely midnight breath felt closer to a quiet death of something once too warm to lose, now drifting like forgotten truth. We broke in beautiful silence. Maybe love can disappear without a reason, crystal clear. Maybe hearts grow tired with time and slowly leave the light behind. Oh, and even now I still can hear the silence breaking us right here. We broke in beautiful silence, still carrying traces of it, like fragile snow beneath the dawn, beautiful long after it's gone. And though the years may cover pain, your memory still falls like rain across the corners of my mind, where loved ones lived and slowly died. We broke in beautiful silence. Beautiful silence. Still echoes tonight. Hidden in your You smiled across the dinner light, but something faded in your eyes, like someone standing near the edge, too tired to keep holding on. Your fingers trembled in my hand like they no longer understood how two hearts once so full of fire could slowly turn to quiet would. He never spoke the words aloud. He never let the silence shout. But somewhere deep inside that night I saw goodbye behind your eyes. There was a goodbye hidden in your eyes, a fading light beneath the skies, a quiet sorrow wrapped in blue before I ever lost you. And though your lips still whispered love, your heart was drifting far enough to leave me standing in the dark tonight with a goodbye hidden in your eyes. The city glowed beyond the glass while we let another moment pass, pretending we were still the same, while slowly breaking underneath. The room was warm, the candles burned, but something colder still remained, like winter waiting patiently to pull the leaves from every tree. Maybe hearts reveal the truth long before they stop loving you. Maybe endings softly rise inside the sadness of the eyes. There was a goodbye hidden in your eyes, like rain before a storm arise, like moonlight fading from the sea before it disappears from me. And every little pause between the words we spoke too carefully still echoes softly through my mind tonight. That goodbye hidden in your eyes. Maybe love can slowly fall apart without a single broken heart, just two souls losing how to stay, while still afraid to walk away. And even now I still recall the moment I began to lose it all. There was a goodbye hidden in your eyes, still haunting every sleepless night. Though time keeps pulling me ahead, your sadness still lives in my head. And every lonely shade of blue still somehow brings me back to you, to that quiet night beneath dim lights, with a goodbye hidden in your eyes, hidden in your eyes. Ooh, goodbye tonight. Carries your shape. Your jacket still hangs by the door, like you just left a minute before. The coffee stain upon the table still feels impossibly familiar. The curtains move with midnight wind, and for a second I forget that you no longer sleep beside me, that this silence is permanent. Every corner holds your trace, like time refuses to erase the love we buried underneath these quiet walls surrounding me. The this room still breathes you into me. The room still carries your shape. I hear the floorboards softly cry each time the house grows still at night. The empty chair beside the lamp feels heavier than it should. Your favorite record gathers dust, but I can still recall the touch of your voice humming low and warm before our world became undone. Maybe love leaves marks behind, too deep for time to redefine. And maybe hearts don't fully break, they simply learn to wake. The room still carries your shape inside the silence and the rain, like faded perfume in the air, like hands that once were always there. And every lonely midnight blue still somehow bends my thoughts to you. Those seasons changed outside these walls, your memory still fills them all. The room still carries your shape. Maybe healing isn't clean, maybe hearts keep haunting dreams, maybe love remains somewhere inside the spaces people shared. And even now I feel you near. Whenever night grows cold in here, the room still carries your shape, like soft echoes that never fade. Though life keeps pulling me ahead, part of you still lives instead. And every morning light that falls still touches photographs and walls, like you were never fully gone away. The room still carries your shape. Carries your shape. Still here tonight. The rain still lingers on the glass, like it remembers all we had. I sit alone beside the lamp, replaying every photograph. You used to say we'd never fade, that love like ours was built to stay. But promises can lose their light when hearts grow tired in the night. And even while the silence grew, I still believed in me and you, holding on to every thread of the future in my head. I waited for a different ending, for your hands to keep reaching for me, for one more chance beneath the stars, to fix the cracks inside our hearts. But love slips softly through the dark, like fading fire, losing sparks. And now I'm standing where we used to begin, still waiting for a different ending. Your sweater's folded near the bed, like part of you still hasn't left. And every midnight passing slow still asks me why you had to go. The city glows distant gold, while memories turn cold and old. Yet somewhere deep beneath the ache, I still dream we didn't break. Maybe hope can be owned when it keeps surviving you. Maybe hearts keep holding on long after love is gone. I waited for a different ending, for your voice to call my name again, for the silence not to win, for warmth to find its way back in. But all that's left are echoes now, and shadows hanging through the house, like pieces of a life we couldn't mend. I waited for a different ending. Maybe some stories lose their way, even when both hearts try to stay. Maybe goodbye arrives too slow for broken souls to fully know. And even now I still pretend there's another way this story ends. I waited for a different ending, one where love was never fading, where your eyes still looked at mine like home instead of goodbye. But dawn arrived and pulled you far beyond the reach of who we are, leaving only quiet light within, where I waited for a different ending. A different ending. Still waiting tonight. Never said. You stood beside the open door, like someone halfway gone before. Your eyes were heavy with the truth, but silence held on to you. The midnight rain touched every street, while my heart skipped uneven beats, waiting for one final line to explain the change inside your eyes. But some words never find the air, they disappear before they're there, leaving questions in their place that time can never fully erase. The last thing you never said still echoes loudly in my head, like unfinished prayers in the dark, still breaking softly through my heart. And though your lips stayed still that night, I saw goodbye behind your eyes. Now all that's left are shadows in my chest from the last thing you never said. Your coffee cool beside the sink, well, I kept trying not to think that maybe love had already gone before the moment we moved on. The city lights outside the room looked colder than they used to, and every second stretching slow felt like learning to let go. Maybe silence says enough when two hearts run out of love. Maybe endings often hide inside the things we leave behind. The last thing you never said still lingers underneath my breath, like distance without a final line. Silence in my ears. The last thing you never says to sleeps beside me in this bed, like moonlight fading through the blinds, like memories trapped inside my mind. And though the dawn keeps moving on, part of me still waits beyond that quiet night we left love unsaid. With the last thing you never said. Never said. Still echoes tonight. The midnight air slips through the blinds, painting silver across the night. I sit alone beside the bed, still hearing every word unsaid. Your photograph beneath the lamp feels heavier inside my hands, and every memory returns like quiet fire that slowly burns. I try to tell myself I'm strong, but healing feels so far from home, when every lonely breath I keep still carries you inside of me. Cold hands, quiet tears, falling softly through the leaves, like winter resting on my skin since the night you disappeared again. And every shadow in this room still blooms into the shape of you, while silence wraps around my fears. Cold hands, quiet tears. The coffee cools untouched again, like all the plans we couldn't mend. Your sweater still hangs by the door, though you don't live here anymore. Outside the rain begins to fall, softly echoing through the walls, and every drop against the glass feels like another piece of us. Maybe loveless frozen scars hidden deep beneath the heart, and maybe time can't fully heal the emptiness we still can feel. Cold hands, quiet tears, still whispering through midnight air, like fading footsteps in the dark, still walking circles through my heart. up your sweater slow, like someone learning how to go. No angry words, no shattered glass, just quiet shadows as you passed. The hallway lights stayed softly dim, while tears grew heavy at the brim. And every second stretching thin felt colder underneath my skin. I thought heartbreak would leave a scar, like thunder tearing through the dark. But losing you felt different somehow, like snowfall settling quietly down. Nothing ever hurt this gently, like your silence slowly ending me, like warm hands fading from my own, without a storm, without a sound. And every little goodbye still lingers softly in my mind, like moonlight breaking silently. Nothing ever hurt this gently. The rain tapped softly on the glass, like it already knew we'd pass from lovers into strangers slow, without a place left to call home. Your coffee cooled beside the sink, while I forgot how not to think about the nights we held too tight before love faded from our eyes. Maybe some endings don't explode, maybe they simply lose their glow and disappear beneath the weight of hearts too tired to stay. Nothing ever hurt this gently, like watching us dissolve so peacefully. No cruel goodbye, no desperate scene, just distance growing in between. And every lonely shade of blue still somehow carries traces of you, like echoes floating through the sea. Nothing ever hurt this gently. Maybe pain can whisper low instead of breaking all at once. Maybe love can leave the soul without destroying what it touched. And even now I still can feel how soft the deepest heartbreak heals. Nothing ever hurt this gently, still your memory keeps affecting me, like fading light across the floor of the life we lived before. Though the dawn keeps pulling me toward who I'm meant to slowly be, part of me still breaks so quietly. Nothing ever hurt this gently. Hurt this gently, still softly breaking me tonight. We walked beneath the neon rain, like ghosts inside a passing frame. The city shimmered golden blue, but somehow everything fell through. Your fingers slipped away from mine, like fading stars losing their light. And every window that we passed reflected pieces of our past. The streets still carried echoes low of who we were not long ago. But somewhere in the midnight haze, the world stopped calling out our names. When the lights forgot our names, love became a distant flame, burning softly far away every passing second slow felt like another letting go. Maybe love can disappear without a single thing made clear, like city lights before the dawn, still glowing softly after gone. When the lights forgot our names, we became smoke inside the rain. No final war, no bitter end, just quiet hearts that couldn't mend. And every lonely avenue still somehow leads me back to you, to that cold night beneath the blue, when love stopped shining through, when the lights forgot our names. Maybe memories lose their light when held too long against the night. Maybe hearts can drift apart without meaning to break the heart. And even now the city glows, but no one remembers us anymore. When the lights forgot our names, I still carried your fading flame through every empty street I crossed, through every part of me we lost. And though the dawn keeps pulling me toward who I'm slowly meant to be, part of me still walks that rain-soaked place when the lights forgot our names. Forgot our names. Still glowing in the rain tonight. The curtains mold with midnight wind, cold air brushing against my skin. The city glows in silver rain while I replay your name again. Your photograph beside the lamp still feels alive inside my hands, and every quiet passing hour still waits for footsteps at the door. I told myself you wouldn't return, but hope is hard to leave unheard. So every night before I sleep, I leave a space for memory. And still I kept the window open for your voice floating through the wind, for one more night of us not broken, for your shadow finding me again. Though love had already slipped away and silence filled the words we couldn't say, part of my heart still held on to hope, and still I kept the window open. The coffee cools beside the sink while I drift somewhere in between the woman I was before goodbye and who I became after you left my life. Outside the thunder rolls so low, like distant echoes long ago, and every raindrop on the glass feels like a ghost from our past. Maybe healing takes its time when love still lingers in the mind. Maybe hearts don't fully close when they once loved someone so close. And still I kept the window open, the winter settled in my bones, for one soft sign you come back home and tell me I was not alone. doors, I still leave room for you right here. And still I kept the window open for the version of us not stolen, for your warmth returning through the cold, for one more touch before growing old. Though dawn arrived without your light and carried sorrow through the night, part of me never let you go. And still I kept the window open. Window open. Still waiting tonight. The house is quiet now tonight. No echoes left for us to fight. Just moonlight resting on the floor where your footsteps lived before. Your photograph beside the bed still holds the smile I can't forget. But time has softened every scar like fading lights beneath the dark. We never reached a final scene, no dramatic ending in between. Just two hearts drifting out of frame without somebody left to blame. This was our unspoken exit, love fading softly little by little. No slammed doors, no angry flames, just silence slowly changing shape. And though you vanished from my life, your memory still breathes at night like distant waves beneath the ocean. This was our unspoken exit. I used to leave the window wide, still hoping you might change your mind. But seasons turned and years moved on, and somehow I kept breathing on. The rain still falls against the glass like whispers drifting from the past. But now the ache feels less severe, like sorrow learning to disappear. Maybe not all love survives, but some still leave behind a light, a quiet warmth we carry through long after saying nothing to. This was our unspoken exit, a slow goodbye we never finished. The shadows walking separate ways beneath the same familiar rain. And though your hands are no longer mine, part of your soul still lives inside every soft and lonely moment from our unspoken exit. Maybe endings don't need words, maybe silence can still hurt, but maybe healing quietly grows inside the heart that learns to let go. And even now I still can see the love you left inside of me. This was our unspoken exit, still beautiful though incomplete, like fading stars before the dawn, still glowing softly after gone. And though the night once felt endless, I found a fragile kind of fading into light. Good night.